Oh, I didn't see you there. Good afternoon, class. Today, we'll be talking about how to play the B-flat scale on tuba. The first thing you need to know before playing any type of note on tuba is learning your proper embouchure and learning airspeed. Embouchure, I know it sounds rather confusing, but the embouchure is basically the formation of your mouth that you use before you play an instrument that requires a mouthpiece. Percussion, otherwise known as drums, don't need an embouchure, as you're just using your hands, of course. For certain instruments, it requires different embouchures. Woodwinds require different embouchures from, let's say, brass instruments, or certain woodwinds, saxophone, clarinet. Those could be seen as a few examples of different embouchures. For most of the brass family, or, instruments that require a mouthpiece that's designed like this, the embouchure that you have to use depends on which instrument. Trumpet is a more tighter embouchure for faster, which will lead into the second thing I'm talking about, airspeed. Airspeed, for certain instruments, you require a different type of airspeed. For tuba, it's real. For lower notes, you can play slow, deep notes. For higher notes, you require faster airspeed, which causes that higher sound. The next thing you need to know is how to exactly set up your tuba, or before you play, because if you don't know where to put it, then how are you going to play? So every tuba, at least I hope they do, every tuba comes with a little holster for it, a holster for the mouthpiece, right here. This is exactly where you put it, as so. Proper sitting position for tuba, excuse me while I'm doing this. Proper sitting position for tuba requires you to sit near the end of your seat and to have the tuba in between your legs and holding it. Some tubas come with a bar, and that makes it easier for you to hold the instrument. You can hold it like this, you can hold it with just the bar, etc. It's just depending on how your tuba is designed. There's another version of the tuba known as the sousaphone, which is heavier, but you're more mobile, since it only uses your top half and now requires you to sit down. Though it can cause pain if you don't have a shoulder, something to ease the weight off of one of your shoulders. It can cause pain. It's more used for marching band than it is concert band, though I've seen people use it in both. It just depends, I guess, on your personal preference and your band director. So now, we're finally going to be leading into the scales. The scale I'll be playing to you, of course, as this video will be explaining, is the B-flat scale. The B-flat scale is an assortment of 8 notes, ranging from, of course, B-flat to about E. Now, I'll be playing the B-flat scale for you. Sounds rather easy, doesn't it? Well, for some people, this can be rather hard if this is your first time playing an instrument, as comes with starting off in anything. What I recommend for those who are just starting off with tuba, start off with long tones, low notes as well, because playing high notes on tuba is basically a nightmare. As soon as you begin to master the lower notes, then transition into the higher notes and proceed as so on. Hopefully this video you found helpful and might even inspire you to play tuba. Trust me, we need a couple extra tuba members. Thank you for listening.